Welcome, everybody. Thank you all so much for joining here today. My name is Pritesh with KAIZN Crypto. Today, I'm talking with Marco from the NFT Update Show. So Marco, welcome, man. How you doing today?
Pretty good. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. We're ready for the road to CNFTcon. We're going to
Woo-hoo.
talk about some NFTs today. Let's get into it, brother.
All right, let's do this.
Cool, man. So tell us a little bit about this. So you're organizing this event, the CNFT Con 2022 in Las Vegas. Give us all the details, man.
Well, it's the second year that we're doing this. It's a Buffy Bot events by Buffy Bot, Buffy Bot Publishing, and all that kind of stuff with me and Adam Dean. And the idea is that it's basically a celebration of the CNFT space and Cardano. We know everybody works really hard all the time, all year long, 24/7 pretty much on a lot of these projects and all this stuff. And we wanted to give a place for people to be able to share their projects, but also kind of relax. It's didn't just have a good time, right? And so we decided, I'm here in Vegas, so it's easy to just set this up and do everything here and kind of make it the headquarters each year for cNFT Con. And it's going to be much more than NFTs, right? We want to have, a big part of it is we want to be an education for locals and all that kind of stuff as well. Get people to understand that Cardano is much more than a currency, that blockchain technology is much more than a currency, much more than just art. NFTs, obviously, with the artwork and this kind of stuff, is just the first step, right? As we all know, this is just the starting point to be such or a lot bigger, I should say, right? And so the first year and this year is going to be a lot about art focus, but we're going to be also talking, have panels and discussions about dApps, DEXs, exchanges, just teaching people the basics. And then it keeps slowly expanding until it just encompasses all things, Cardano.
That's very cool. Yeah, there's a big community around it. And you're exactly right. I mean, it's just the beginning, right? These NFTs that we're seeing that are launching now, they're really scratching the surface of what's to come. So I think a big part of that is also the education aspect of it. And I also like the idea that the community can just get together and have a great time, talk, learn from each other and share different ideas. I really enjoyed just the in-person aspect, especially last year with the Cardano Summit 2021. It was really great to meet you in person. Yeah, there you go. Shout out to the underground. That was a lot of fun, man. Just getting a chance to meet everybody in person. And, I think that's one thing I'm really looking forward to with this event is being able to meet people from all over the world, coming together and sharing these ideas.
People that you've been working with for a long time, a couple of years now, and just, one of the best parts at the summit when we were all hanging out was just, it was almost like freeform jazz, right? Like we were just sitting here, I was thinking about this, and they're like, oh, what about that? This and that, and just the live back and forth that you can't replicate online, right? And then the ideas that came out of it, and the steps moving forward, it was just amazing. It was a lot of fun, and I want to offer that to everybody, you know what I mean? And in a fun space, my experience comes from Comic Cons. So those have seen like the first mocks of the show floor and the size of this thing are kind of shocked because of what we're doing. And because you got to remember, in this space in Cardano, there's a lot of first-time business owners, right? These are that don't really have marketing experience, that don't understand conventions and stuff like that. Or like, what's the purpose of, attending a convention? What's the purpose of showing at a convention? That kind of stuff. So there's a lot of education going on in the background as well with projects to kind of say, hey, look, what are your goals? This is how, let us help you get that, out there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's just the amount of fun that we're going to have at this show is going to be insane. I mean, we made it so kids 12 and under are also free, and we're going to have Forgotten's going to be doing an amazing scenery set, like it's a whole like post-apocalyptic vibe that they have with their project, and I think they're going to have like kids face painting and all that kind of stuff going on. Clay has this great, thing for their booth. Derps is doing this amazing setup. We got old money. I can't talk about what the plans are. Let's just say may or may not be election related type of thing with their storyline. I mean, just the kind of stuff that and the ideas that are coming out of, it's just it's amazing. That's why I'm doing it, and this is why I'm having so much fun, is because I'm working with all these projects to help them tell their story, get their stuff out there, just like I do with the NFT update show, right? A lot of people ask me about the NFT update show. It's a show that gets to know the projects, the people behind the projects more than the project, right? Because we're a community. That was the whole point of the We Are Cardano podcast and all that kind of stuff. I want to get to know the people behind these projects, right? Because let's face it, how many of these projects do we follow because of the creators more than the content sometimes, right? Because of the sense of community. We have all these hashtags, all these groups. Shout out to the 2500 Club, stuff like that. And we follow these projects. I mean, you have your KAIZN crypto projects, right? That your community follows and interacts with. And I think you're doing a game as well, right?
Yes. Yeah. Lovely saga.
There we go. Can't wait to see, what you're going to do for the show for that as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome. It'd be so cool is like if we even get to a point where we can show something off, because we have a little bit of time since from now till the NFT con. So if we can get to a point where we can have some players, like battling at the event, oh man, just do like a live stream and have people like playing against each other. Oh, it would be so amazing.
Nice. Yeah. It's the idea is that, once you could start that idea ball rolling of what you can do, it just becomes limited about how much you want to spend.
That's true. Yeah, I'm sure this is a pretty penny to put everything together.
Yeah, it's for sure. But I think it'll be worth it. Again, to me, projects like this is all about, showing people what can be done in the space, right? Bringing people who don't know, because like I said, we're still at the very, 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 very beginning, right? And so if we can provide a platform to not only showcase, projects on Cardano, but also live test innovation and stuff live with the public, right? I mean, we recently just had the Sunday swap, right? And so release, and there's things that you can't duplicate on a test net, right? So like there was issues with Nami Wallet and CC Wallet where like CC Wallet had the collateral, where you had to go in, set collateral and a whole bunch of other things, but you had to do it manually. Well, over the weekend, they just went ahead and added a one button to add collateral, right? And then with Nami, had an issue with block frost and mempools and a whole bunch of like that. Well, Alessandro over the weekend, worked with block frost, worked it and helped better design the system to handle the congestion, to handle the mempool issues and stuff that Nami Wallet was having, right? And all that happened over the weekend, and none of it would have happened without the release of the Sunday swap, right? And so that weekend was a huge step forward in the progression of things, and that's what we kind of want the CNFT Con to be, where if you've got an idea that kind of interacts, and you need kind of a mainnet, but that includes real people in masses, right? To kind of test this out or this idea out, or hey, you're doing live terminals that accept payments in ADA, right? Well, what better place to test it than on a live show floor, right? We're also working with Nano, with the idea of live vending machines that sell NFT projects. Basically, you set up a monitor and allows you to search a wallet. And if you find an NFT in the wallet that you want to buy, you just click it, use your phone, and buy it right from the so-called CNFT vending machine. Now, if you can imagine, we take it from the show floor testing area to then having those in airports and grocery stores, where people can just buy like, basketball cards or football cards or stuff just from a vending machine.
Wow.
Live. And a lot of that testing can start at an event like cNFTcon, right? Where you can have that in-person mainnet, in a sense, right?
Yeah.
Where you can't simulate that in other places without, real time, there's no test net for it, basically.
Exactly. Exactly. There's a big difference between being there in person and then doing something like that online where you can only just assume what it might turn out to be when you go to use it.
And you get that instant feedback and everything in a small market, you're still testing it in a confined area, but but all the people there are kind of interested in Cardano, right? Interested
True.
in ADA. So it might only be like 10 to 15,000 people right now, 5 to 10,000, 15,000 people, depending on, where we are 9 months from now.
Still
But
quite a big turnout there, I would have to say. I mean, you did show me some pictures of the venue. I feel like having that amount of people in that space, I think that it might be, maybe not crowded, but I think that there's definitely going to be some, a lot of people there where you might be bumping into some familiar faces every now and then.
well, that's the goal. Is that, again, we want to set up. It's almost like a two conventions in one, right? You have the Cardano community, which we have the premium pass that goes on sale February 1st, right? That's going to be 60 ADA, and it comes with a, Claymate sponsored these badges. So they come with a Buffy Claymate, right? As
Nice.
their badge. They come with a little lanyard. They come with, like, they're going to come like basically a welcome kit, right? For the 60 ADA. And legacy pass holders will be able to be whitelisted for 2 weeks for 45 ADA to pick up theirs 1 for 1. And then after the 2 weeks, those that are not picked up by the legacy pass holders will roll into the general supply. But we'll then also have general admission tickets, which are only be $20, mainly for the locals and stuff like that. And again, those are just going to be a basic wristband that lets people in, right? And we want to get those out all over Vegas. Also, the LA market, we're only about 3.5 hours from LA, right? So we're gonna, the idea of like party buses and getting a lot of the LA crowd to come into Vegas to check it out as well.
Nice.
And stuff like that. And the idea is that we just get people there to learn about Cardano. We're gonna have workshops, panels, discussions, all kinds of stuff going on. And we're super excited to see what we can put out there.
Yeah, for sure. Marco, I wanted to ask you, I know we're talking about the tickets and admissions and how it's all going to work. So when is this event taking place? And also for NFT projects who have heard about this event and they're thinking to themselves, okay, this is a great opportunity for me to tell more people about my project. What is the process like to get involved in this as an NFT project?
Well, we're going to have the website up soon with the links. Basically, if you want to be a speaker or guest, just fill out the form. If you're interested in being an exhibitor, there's also a form. In about a month, we're going to offer different sponsorship opportunities. We wanted to get the tickets and the event going before, and then kind of what the floor plan will look like, and then then we're going to come up with the sponsorship ideas, after parties, that kind of stuff. The event will be at the Las Vegas Convention Center, North Hall, October 8th and 9th. But we will be having a kickoff party at the Westgate Hotel, which is the host hotel, which is like 5-minute walk from the convention center. That Friday night, it'll be an early kickoff and stuff like that. So it'll be a lot of fun. So
Very cool.
Everybody wants to come out. It's going to be a blast.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun, man. I'm excited for that.
Yeah, and it's just like I said, it's only the beginning. This is just last year we had to do it online, which we did something. I think it was like 32 live streamed panels. Some of them were pre-recorded, most were live, and you can go catch a lot of those back on YouTube. And it's the same thing here. Like not only does it help people that way, we're going to be live streaming it as well, a lot of it. And so people who couldn't make it to the show can still at least watch some of the panels and discussions and that kind of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, that's going to be very helpful because I know a lot of people, just with the way the world is right now, they may be in a position where they can't necessarily make it out to this event, which is totally understandable. So I really do appreciate that we're also going to make that effort to create the content, which definitely leads me into another question that I have for you. So it's going to be, up to creators like myself, other YouTubers, content creators. You as well are going to be having interviews and podcasts to talk about some of these NFT projects. Now, I guess hyping us up to get to this point. So I wanted to just talk a little bit about what you and I have planned. So we're planning on, creating more content to start building up some hype and awareness around this event. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Well, the idea, we spoke about this, a little bit, but basically the idea is on Mondays, we're going to be doing a project together called Road to CNFT Con. And so it'll basically be kind of a live stream every other Monday, right? That we do either on your YouTube channel or my channel. We'll probably alternate. But then the other Mondays, the alternate Mondays, we'll be doing something kind of like a Twitter space, where we can host a Twitter space, taking questions live from people, that kind of stuff. So that way we can, and then with the YouTube stuff, we can have more guests and discussions and, maybe break some information on what people are going to be doing at the convention, and then on the Twitter space, we can just take more questions and kind of back and forth with the public.
Nice. Yeah, I think it's great. Just getting more content out there, engaging with the community. So every other Monday is YouTube, alternating between KAIZN Crypto's channel and the NFT update show. And then other Mondays, which were not on YouTube, will be on Twitter Spaces.
Right. And like I said, it's just, again, to bring awareness to the project and, get people excited and, start that road to cNFTcon.
I love it. That's cool, man. Yeah, some of the artwork that I'm seeing already, because you had talked about the clay Buffy Bot, just some of the really cool artworks that I'm seeing right now. Are there any collaborations that you can tell us about, or is it still kind of under wraps for now? Or what are some of the projects that you're excited about, which are going to be attending?
Well, like I said earlier, we have, Claymates, we've got Yumiverse, which they're going to be bringing in a lot of like merchandise, so and stuff like that. So if you want like your Yumi plushies or t-shirts, that kind of stuff, they're going to be, doing that. We have Forgotten's going to be doing a really great display, Old Money, Cardania. Let's see. We also have Nano and the Benjamin Club, right? Which, are going to be featuring a ton of the artists. I think they have over 30 artists currently, and who knows how many within the next, 9 months that they'll be featuring. And these that I'm talking about, they're giant, like 30 by 30 spaces, 30 foot by 30 foot or 10 meter by 10 meter. So they're going to be building out some really nice displays to showcase a lot of stuff. We have Planet Stale with Planet Pals and CNFTIO. We have Token. We got NFT Maker. Let's see. And stuff. Sorry, it's just I'm trying to remember a lot of these off the top of my head. We have Nitties, Crypties, Ada Dolls. We have let's see. There is Space Chickens, right? Just to name a few. And sorry if I for those who else have committed to coming, if I didn't have it off the top of my head. But we were just, every day we're getting more and more inquiries, and we're just waiting to kind of get the final okay on my design of the show floor before we start opening it up again. Like the response has been amazing. Like we just showed a lot of the projects that, because with me and Adam Dean, we already work with a lot of projects, pretty much constantly.
Yep.
So we were just showing people, hey, look, this is what we're thinking about for the show floor. What do you think? And they're like, yeah, give me this spot. Set me up for that spot. So we were like, oh, okay, sure. Right away it was just like, all right. And then we're like, okay, wait, we better slow down here and make sure that like let's get all of the final approval. Because what it is, a lot of shows won't release the maps for the show floor to like a month before, because it has to go through a bunch of revisions. It has to go through the fire marshal approval and all that kind of stuff. But we're fairly confident, and I wanted to get it out there early because, again, there's going to be a lot of people's first times doing a convention. And so we wanted to make sure that they had time to plan something, you know, epic.
Very cool. Very cool. Yeah, man. I love the idea of just making it open to anybody. You know, you don't even have to be somebody who's an NFT project or even in Cardano. I mean, this is going to be a place where you can go to see all the cool creative talent that exists here, learn more about Cardano, talk to like-minded people. I can't wait to just hang out and have some conversations like this, except but face to face, right? You know, just the in-person aspect of it. It's going to be amazing.
Well, also, if you're not on Cardano, we welcome as well. Like if you have a project on any of the other chains, you know, want to talk about them, showcase them, whatever, we're open to everybody. This is not an exclusive to Cardano. It's Cardano themed and all that kind of stuff. And it's mainly, but at the same time, everybody knows Cardano is very inclusive, right? We're welcoming. We're like, hey, you know, this is not a competition, right? We all can rise together. Right. At the end of the day, there's going to be multiple chains, bridges, this, all that kind of stuff. There's plenty of room in the space for everybody. Right. And so if you have a project on Solana, on Ethereum, whatever, and you want to showcase it, hit us up, you know. And maybe you do learn something about Cardano at the same time. And
It's a win-win.
It's a win-win. And we're also working at, because we know like a lot of people can't afford to come, and a lot of projects are just kicking off. And so what we're actually creating along the walls, we'll have on the outside kind of walls that we want to do these like 2x10 banners that people can buy to display their projects and all that kind of stuff, so that they at least get some presence, you know, maybe put all their artwork up on it, and then a QR code where people can buy them if they want, as if they can't make it to the show. So even if you can't make it to the show, let us know, and we'll try to see if we can do something, help you set up something to showcase your work.
Very nice. Very nice. Yep. I love that. I know that there's going to be some links for our audience. So for our viewers who want to get involved, who want to learn more, I will be sure to include all those links for you all down in the description. And also mentioning the fact that we're going to be creating more content around this event. Please be sure also to hit that subscribe and then head over to the NFT update channel, and then make sure you subscribe over there as well.
Thank you.
Yep. Very cool. Well, all right, Marco, I'm sure it's been a busy time. I know both for you and Adam. It's been, I'm sure, keeping you pretty busy. So
yeah,
what are
the rest of the team? We got Meepo,
yeah,
Nick from Sushi Bites also working with us, you know, and then of course the art team with Pat Bussy and stuff like that. So
lots of people, lots of people. Yep. I did want to give a big shout out to everybody who's working on this behind the scenes. You know, a lot of the unsung heroes, they go without a lot of recognition. So a big shout out to all those who are putting in the time and effort into making this happen.
yeah, I mean, last year was amazing. We were able to pull it all off. You know, we had a lot of help from Trevor and Alyssa and Tyler with Spaces. So, and can't wait to have them back this year as well.
Yeah. Yep. For sure, man. For sure. Well, all right, Marco, I am very excited to get onto the road to cNFTcon. Wrapping up for our conversation today, man. Any last remarks for our viewers for today?
No, man, just let's have fun. Let's enjoy this. Let's take time. I mean, everybody's, you know, worried about the price, but remember, this is just time to accumulate. You're still earning the same amount of rewards you were earning yesterday and the month before, and the month before that. You know, this is, you know, the long term, right? So just keep earning those rewards, keep stacking.
That's it. That's it. Every 5 days.
All right.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, all right, Marco, thank you so much, brother. You know, I enjoy having these conversations with you. It's nice to get your perspective on things. We talk a lot about even more than just NFTs and crypto sometimes, which is really great. You know, you're a really level-headed person. I really enjoy your perspective. So to our viewers, thank you all so much for watching. If you did enjoy it, hit that like button for me. Again, don't forget to subscribe to both of these channels, KAIZN and NFT Update. We've got a lot more content coming for you. All right, everybody. Thank you all so much again for watching. Until the next one.
Take care.